been asking about my happenings, how I've been moving, where I've been traveling, what I'm doing over here, and what I did over there. If it ain't concerning you, stay on my hair. You know my number everywhere I be. Asking my family, sure ain't asking me. If you really wanna know exactly what's on my mind, just pull up on me, baby, don't waste your time. Don't ask my sister, keep it 100, about my business, keep it 100. Don't ask my brother, keep it 100, who I've been loving, keep it 100. Don't ask my mama, keep it 100, about my drama, keep it 100. Just ask me, keep it 100, and I'll keep it 100, keep it 100. Heard you got questions about my blessings, about my new car, the new way I'm dressing. Did he get that money? Did he get a PPP loan? Well, if it ain't concerning you, girl, leave it alone. You know my number everywhere I be. Asking my family, sure ain't asking me. If you really wanna know exactly what's on my mind, just pull up on me, baby, don't waste your time. Ask my sister, keep it 100, about my business, keep it 100. Don't ask my brother, keep it 100, who I've been loving, keep it 100. Don't ask my mama, keep it 100, about my drama, keep it 100. Just ask me, keep it 100, and I'll keep it 100, keep it 100. Don't ask my children, keep it 100, how I've been living, keep it 100. Don't ask my uncle, keep it 100, what I've been up to, keep it 100. Don't ask my cousin, keep it 100, about my new woman, keep it 100. Just ask me, keep it 100, and I'll keep it 100, keep it 100. Anything you wanna know, keep it 100, I'll keep it 100, keep it 100. All you gotta do is ask, keep it 100, I'll keep it 100, keep it 100. Pick up the telephone, keep it 100, I'll keep it 100, keep it 100. Any questions, girl, I'll keep it 100, keep it 100. Don't ask my mama, keep it 100, I'll keep it 100.
Hello. Yes. Keep it 100 here. All right. Get that echo out of here. All right. So what we're going to talk about today? I want to welcome you all to the Concerned Lelanders 38756 podcast. I'm your host, Robert Ewing. You know, when I first started this podcast some time ago, my whole objective was to provide information after doing thorough research and gathering data and information to support the topic and issue that I intend to select to discuss. I had previously asked for input or shared topics or issue you'd like to discuss. Give me a chance to go out there and do some research and gather facts so I can better help us as a community be prepared to address the elected officials so that we can get some solution for the community as a whole. So I will continue to do that. I know the podcast don't come as frequent like I would like them to, once every week or 2 weeks. But remember, we're talking about a small community, small town, and then a lot of hesitant individuals who like to step forward and talk about their issues. Plain and simple. However, I won't stop. I won't give up. I will continue on. I can do research. I follow the social media complaints, topic postings, and try to go out there and find the information that best support. So today, I will be talking about the city of Leland. Now, you know, in the past, I talk about the school board. Now, I will go back every now and then and speak about the school board. But right now, we're going to move forward and going to talk about the elected officials for the city of Leland and how things work there. It's going to be a highlight, very light. Not trying to go into too much detail because I want them to be able to come out and say, hey, this is what you post, this is what you talked about. And so we want to now go back and try to at least speak on those topics. So without further ado, I would like to say thank you for joining me on the Concerned Lelanders 38756 podcast. I'm your host, Robert Ewing. So what are we going to talk about today? What do I want to share today with you guys? It's simple. Are the residents of Leland, Mississippi are represented fairly or selectively? And we're going to talk about that, and I want you to be the judge. But before we get to that point, let's go over to some of the things we're going to talk about. I want to go over the agenda for today. I'm going to share with you some of the 2024 events calendar. You know, things going to be going on in the city of Leland. Most of you guys already know about it. I'll get a business shout out. Some recognition that we have, we like to share with people. When we're doing good things in the community, we should talk about those good things. I'm not always here just talk about the bad things, the questionable things. I want to recognize those individuals who are pretty much doing well. We're going to talk about the elective leadership, lack thereof, utilities, the American Rescue Plan funds that just went up and just disappeared somewhere. They'll highlight the operation budget for the community, a couple misconceptions we may have, and then some possible solutions. Again, this is Robert Ewing with the Concerned Lelanders 3756 podcast. Now, you may not get a chance to see this like you want to. You may be too long, everything, watch it one sitting. So just remember, it's on your YouTube. It's linked on the social media page, Facebook, Concerned Lelanders 3756. And if you need more information, just send me an email, direct message, call, text, whatever the case may be, and I'll provide information to you based on the topic and issue you wish to discuss. So, calendar of events. Of course, you all know this is 2024. This is the 45th year since the class of 1979, my class, the class I was with, graduated from Leland High School. So we're going to be doing all kinds of things this year to celebrate this 45th anniversary of the class of 1979. So if you see a member of 1979 out there, give them a shout out, give them their props, because this is our year. We also know that there's a push going on right now to do a combined Leland's high school reunion. I don't know where the date starts from or what the year they want to end at, but you can always contact them directly and get the information you need. But it's going to happen May 3rd, 2024, Friday. On May 2nd and Thursday evening, they're going to be visiting the Blues Museum and a couple of things within the Mississippi Wildlife Heritage Museum. Those two items in the city of Leland will be visited, and of course the Jim Henson Museum and our Town and Beyond Museum. Okay, make sure you go there. If you get a chance, go there, take a look at what's being offered, what's being shown, what's being showcased, so you can get an understanding of Leland as we may know it. The reunion will be held on Friday night at the Washington County Convention Center in Greenville from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. The social hour will begin at 6 p.m. with wine and cheese provided. A cash bar will also be provided with beer and setups to ups. You can, BYOB, bring your own beverage. The catered dinner will begin at 7 p.m. and a live band will play from 7:45 to 10 p.m. That's a Leland all-class reunion. Leland High School all-class reunion is having the reunion this year on May 3rd. And Leland, Mississippi, but it'll be held at the Convention Center, Washington, at Washington Convention Center. May 4th, they will attend the Leland Crawfish Festival. This is one of the things that will take place. It's one of the oldest running crawfish festivals in Mississippi. So if you get a chance to go to the Crawfish Festival, if you just want to do the Crawfish Festival alone, have at it. Again, let me go back. You can go see that the contact for the all-class reunion is 941-840-8269. That's Rebecca Allen at 941-840-8269. Her email address is REBSMBoy1231 So check them out. Ask more information ask questions about this event. I'm quite sure you'll find it very exciting to attend. Here is the registration form right here. So you can get you send your check payable to Leland High School Reunion, Debit Lamberson at P.O. Box 944, Leland, Mississippi 38756. Again, registration $60 or $120. Whatever that may be. Friday night dinner is a catfish or barbecue pulled pork. Anyway, check out the registration. Contact Rebecca Allen at 941-840-8269 or reballen1231 at yahoo.com for more information. Now we have the Leland Homecoming that happens every year. Having their homecoming event on the 12th and 13th in July. Here's the registration form. You can find it on their social media. You can find it at the Leland Homecoming Club group on Facebook. But here's the registration form. You have all the stuff they're asking you for. You got to have your payment in by 1 June 2024 before. The deluxe package is $125 per person, which consists of the banquet and the picnic. So of course you got to request, let them know your t-shirt size. T-shirt is $15 or $18 based on the size. This registration is online. You can go ahead and check it out. Quite sure you can't see it right now because of the PowerPoint presentation. Well, as you get a chance, get some of that bright light out. You get a chance, check it out on social media, Leland Homecoming Club page, and you get more information on that. Okay, go back here. The Homecoming Club is P.O. Box 187, Leland, Mississippi 38756. Again, go on to Leland Homecoming Club. You get a chance to find out who is the point of contact. Not mistaken, Diane Johnson is one of the contact. You can find her on social media. Then we have the famous Kermit the Frog Festival. Don't know the exact date, but it's in October 2024. We'll be host in Leland, Mississippi. Again, you can find this more information on this event at the Leland Progress social page on Facebook. And of course, we got the 23rd Annual Highway 61 Blues Festival. Saturday, October the 5th, 2024, going to be in Leland, Mississippi. Again, you find more information about this event on the Leland Progress group page on Facebook. And always, the Delta Hot Tamale Festival is going to be October 18 and 19 of 2024. You can find more information on that on www.mainstreetgreenville.com. As you can see, there's a lot of things taking place in this 2024, and we cannot forget Leland High School homecoming and tailgating. We don't know the date yet, but it's going to happen sometime in October, hopefully. As we get more information, I'll make sure I keep you posted. And of course, one of the most famous events, nationally known, recognized, is Christmas on Deer Creek. Last year, 2023, I think it was like the 59th one that had been taking place in Leland. Very popular, very nationally recognized. Don't know the exact date coming up for this year of 2024, but trust me, you can find it on Leland Progress social page on Facebook. Again, I want to say thank you all for taking your time out your busy schedule to be with me in this moment as we talk about certain things in Leland, Mississippi. No, that was the calendar event. Now we'll move over into like recognizing the business and stuff. Some of the business in Leland, Mississippi. Shout out to the business in and around Leland, Mississippi. We have Bush Country Cafe, my family, opening back up April the 12th. I think April the 12th, yeah, 2024. Please, God, please show them your support. Let them know that you appreciate them and you miss their good old cooking. Of course, we got my little nephew, Deshaun's Auto Repair, 662-820-4558. If you having vehicle issues, trust me, this young man will take it on, committed and dedicated. There's nothing he can't repair when it comes to vehicles. A great guy. Again, Deshaun Auto Repair, 662-820-4558. Give him a call with all your vehicle problems. And of course, you have the E-Town Lounge. We want to get away from it all. When everything just overwhelming, you just want to go out and enjoy yourself, get away from all the hustle and the grind. Come on down to E-Town Lounge, 98 Elizabeth Road, Elizabeth, Mississippi, 38756. To get away from having a good cold beverage, watch some good TV, play the pool, or maybe shake that stinking leg every now and then, or shake that leg. And again, now we have to reach out at this point. And right, granted, West Point is a little bit away from us. However, this young man here is a good friend of mine, also a good friend of our Ricky Johnson, who recently passed away a little while ago. Great martial artist. always promoted this tournament, and we need to continue to promote this tournament. If you're in the martial arts, if you're not in the martial arts, you just want to sponsor somebody, give Nash a call. Master Nash is 662-617-4488. The tournament going to be held in West Point at 400 Lewis O'Neill Road, West Point, Mississippi. Again, you don't have to be in the martial arts. You don't have to be competitive. But if you want to just reach out and sponsor a person who's competing, or just sponsor the event with something, let them know that in honor of Ricky Johnson, we're there for him in support. Our hometown, one of our hometown martial art heroes, bless his soul, Ricky Johnson. And of course, you have the one and only Robert Earl Ewing. Habu Ewing. Yes, I am not physically in Leland, Mississippi, but that should not be your excuse of not working out. Because I do exercise online Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. I am doing physical fitness online. Your time is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now I know you say, well, we work. But if that's the case, I can always start early for my hometown people. Because I love me some Leland, Mississippi. So reach out for me. Let me know that's what you want to do. I can make it happen. That's Habu Ewing, Team Habu Bruce. All right. So that's a shout out to all the business in and around Leland, Mississippi. And also a few that are maybe not physically there, but have been always supported by people from Leland, Mississippi, especially the tournament in West Point. Grandmaster Ricky Johnson, bless his soul, rest in peace. He was always pro Nash tournament, very supportive, and we should continue to keep that going in honor of Ricky Johnson. Thank you. Now let's do some shout out to some recognition of great things that happen in the league. Like I said before, I'm not gonna always be talking about the bad things that happen in my hometown. I'm always bringing up certain good things that happen. So if it happens and you want me to share it on podcast, let me know. I will find a spot for it. Some recent accomplishment. Okay, we always talk about Kermit the Frog, right? Kermit the Frog, how he's from Leland, Mississippi, humble. But Kermit the Frog is not the only great thing from Leland, Mississippi. He had a lot of things that take place. For instance, the Christmas on Deal Creek. Been going on for 50 plus years, almost 60 years now. Very popular, very well known, nationally recognized. Then we got a growing reunion of past graduates. A lot of people come home for homecoming and tailgate right now, and the numbers grow each and every year. We should be proud to see all the people who have graduated and gone on coming back home for a high school football game. That's awesome. And let me give a shout out to Andrea Barber, just recently appointed as city clerk. And then her deputy clerk's appointment is Brandy Brisby and Monica Hackler. Okay, let's make sure we recognize those guys. It's not easy getting to that seat, and once you get there, it's not easy holding those seats because a lot of things do take place in our hometown. But we got 3 individuals: the city clerk herself, Andrea Barber, and the 2 deputies that have stepped in and are going to make sure that we are fairly represented across the board. And now let me get a shout out to Leland Middle School, who won the DPC championship, led by Coach Terry Bernard, my nephew. Yes, of course I'm from Leland. I'm gonna get a shout out to my family. And yes, a lot of people in Leland some kin to me. So what? All right. And then now we want to talk about the great success and accomplishment of those individuals from Leland. We always say that Leland is going through a lot of trial and tribulation. The education system is going through a lot of trial and tribulation. But I found out that we're actually one of the smallest towns in the state of Mississippi, but yet we have some of the most degreed individuals, advanced degrees individuals. And some people say, yeah, because people live there, they came from somewhere else. That's not the point. The point is they came to Leland, Mississippi to live. They have all kind of choices. They could stay in Stoneville, Greenville, Greenwood, Intervena, Grenada, all the way around those areas. They chose Leland, Mississippi to stay at because they find it a welcome place, one of the best places, one of the best small towns in the state of Mississippi to stay in. So we can always boast that, and according to the data, that Leland it has the most advanced degrees per capita for a town that's not a college town in the state of Mississippi. You can take that for what you're worth. Bottom line, they chose to come to Leland to live, not Greenville, not Greenwood, you get the point. And I have to get a shout out to my classmate, my friend, my buddy, Dr. Glenn Lee Pruitt. Yes, recently appointed, voted in unanimously and appointed the president of the Jarvis Christian University. As I think she's like the 13th president, and she actually was voted in unanimously. So big shout out to Dr. Pruitt, my classmate, class of 1979, my friend, my buddy. Now, don't know just to give a shout out to her. You can always help the school and scholarship funds. Here you can always donate to the scholarship fund to www.jarvis.edu at investiture.com. Oh, not .com. www.jarvis.edu/investiture. Just make sure go out online, help recognize our class, my classmate, our friend, one of our own, Dr. Glenell Lee Pruitt, who has just now been appointed the president, the 13th president of Jarvis Christian University. Awesome job. I bow down to her. She's an awesome person. Now we have done up top of the shout outs to the business, the recognition, and we did the agenda. So let's go ahead and talk about one thing that really hold dear to my heart. Now is Leland, Mississippi. The people of Leland, Mississippi are being fairly represented or selectively represented. You understand the point I'm trying to get. So you be the judge. As we talk about Leland, a population of about 3,600 and declining 2.9% each year. We see a town that's folding up, but yet this town is still prospering because people are coming there to stay. People are coming in from other places and may work at the Stonebridge Center. They may work at different locations, but they've chosen Leland to stay in. But yet our town still are faced with a lot of challenges. We want to know that these challenges we're faced with, how can we come up with a solution to counter those challenges so that we as a community can prosper. We know some things you need to know about Leland, Mississippi, especially the light and water, the sewage and trash utilities. It's pretty much municipally owned. Okay, about approximately 1,800 customers that are being reported that receive power from Leland municipally owned power system. Now, granted, there's more people living in Leland, but about 1,800 belong to that grid that support Leland municipal-owned power, light, and water. Now, this is a good thing, sometimes we say, how much Leland power costs and everything, how much we're paying. It's very expensive, very outrageous. However, Leland itself is about 10% less than the state average. Let me say that again. Leland power utilities, water, light, everything you're paying was actually 10% less than the state average, which is pretty good, if you ask me. Now, granted, there's some issues we need to deal with the power and so the constant going out, but the bottom line of it, the rate itself is 10% less than the state average. We're ranked number 30 out of 50 suppliers in the state for the lowest rate. So we're right there in the middle somewhere, right? Now, think about that. Now, we are less than 10% of the state average, and we're ranked number 30 out of 50 suppliers of the state of Mississippi with the lowest rate. And yes, in 2019, the Leland Power and Light Company earned over $3 million off the resident of Leland, Mississippi. Now you gotta say, okay, so where did all that money go to? Well, about 70% or more of the operation budget in Leland, Mississippi comes from the resale of the utilities and power. Just the way it is. There's no other business, industry, big corporation in Leland to help fund the operation aspect. So the bottom line is that that money pays for the police department, the fire. You get the picture, okay? Because we have no power plants. We have to purchase everything wholesale. We got to purchase and resell, And so therefore, you got a lot of stuff that take place to operate a small community. And during the operation aspect, the money has to come from somewhere. And it comes from the money that comes in, and what you'll see in a second. Now, we know that we have 5 districts in Leland, Mississippi. Okay? So therefore, here are the names of the districts and the contact number to reach out to those individuals that actually is your representative for your district. You have something going on, you have issues that you need to resolve, you have things that you don't like that need to be talked about. Here are your district alderperson and that telephone number. Reach out, let them know how you feel. If you can't find it on social media, you can always go on the website of Leland, Mississippi, and have the same number highlighted that you can reach out and let people know how you feel. So please, 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 please don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to contact them and let them know how you feel. Leland Light and Water, as I said before, is investors owned, right? Some of the things we have to worry about is the power, gas, water, sewage, and trash. Now, something I learned about the power of Mississippi, which is unique, is that the water itself, you pay for the same amount of water that comes into the house as the same amount of waste that goes out. Which, that's a topic for another discussion, right? But we know that in the process, there was an increase on rates. Although we still paying 10% less in the state, we're ranked number 30 of 50 supplier in the state. There still was an increase in the rates in Leland, Mississippi. There was increase also in the frequency of power outage. So the rates went up to pay for the service, but yet you still have more problems, the continuous problems on the power outage. Always a decrease in the quality of service. That's just where it is. The city may not have enough people, don't have enough technician to take care of those things that need to be taken care of, and they just not buying, upgrading the equipment to make sure that we have less power outage. Bring those issues to your alder person. And yes, believe it or not, there has been an increase on reports of contaminated water in Leland. Now, maybe you might not get the notice you want to get because the Leland, Mississippi don't publish it like they should, but I would strongly suggest that you can reach out to your city alder person, your city representative, your district representative, and find out how often is there this contaminated water report being done, what is the local community doing about it, and what is the state doing about it. Because the state is holding the city accountable for allowing a percentage of contaminated water, a percentage of contamination water to be pushed out to the populace. So it's very, very important that you let them know that, hey, you want them to report to you, or at least let you know what's going on. Your district alder person works for you. No, they don't work for themselves. Although it seems that way, they get money for being in that position, and they are there because you voted them to be there. Just like you vote them in, you can always vote them out. So here you go, city revenue. Again, the power on the state came with $3 million. It was based on 2017 here. So 2019, I'm not sure how much came in. The reports being filed by the city to the state, it's not as fast. They're being disseminated to the public. It's not as fast as you would like, but it's out there. So anyway, $3 million was made by the power. 500,000 estimated was brought in by solid waste. 870,000 brought in by water resale, the usage. And $1.3 million from the tax dollars that you pay the tax to live in the area of Leland, Mississippi. How much went out? Well, of course, power went out $2.2 million, what they said they spent out. Police department, a budget about $1.2 million. This is going to be a topic later on about the police department, because we understand there's a lot of things going on. A lot of crime has increased, and we just need to find out what the police department, the chief, is planning on doing. The water department spends about $612,000 a year. The financial administration department is about $544,000. The solid waste management is about $457,000. These are not words, the numbers I came with myself. These are numbers I got off the city budget that they report to the state. And again, I asked them to give me the update information. They refuse to respond. Asked them 3 times already. They refuse to respond. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. I'm just going to go out there and find what's posted, what's reported to the state, and share with you guys. If they don't like it, they can come on and debate it or discuss it. But right now, this is straight from our state report that they said the leader submitted. Again, more expenses going out there, like the central staff service of 162. The fire department is about $158,000 a year. The sewage spend about $124,000. Park and recreation. The park and recreation of Leland, Mississippi, receive $121,000 a year to spend out. Now, last time I checked, there's not that many parks in Leland, Mississippi. Okay, that's owned by the city. We know that one across by the middle school is pretty much owned by the school. The one in Fairfield, which have their basketball court, and the one in Black Dog. I don't know any other parks out there, but the bottom line is a park and rec get $121,000 a year to maintain your parks. and then of course the judicial and legal service. So there are those attorneys on call, and all the rest of those legal system on call for the city of Leland. Get $74,000 of your money to keep them on call just in case. Now this is what I really want to talk about. I mean, I want to talk about everything I showed already, but this is one topic I've been talking about for the last few months, and it's the American Rescue Plan Act funding. Leland, Mississippi received $463,000 in 2021. The money was pretty much set out there. It was to help the community rebound from the pandemic. Money was received. Instruction was given on how the money could be used. Infrastructure, salary, cost of living, humble. It's just a lot of things was given out there for them to do with it. Leland, Mississippi was supposed to use this first payment. They got two payments. It was the first payment they got. In order to get the second payment, they had to have a plan implemented and the first payment used in order to get the second payment. Also, they just went dead, went blind. They made one posting and the Delta Democrat, to talk about this money, invited people to come in to a meeting to discuss and input how they want to spend this money. What I heard was that the vote came up to spend the money to remodel the Blues Museum in Leland, Mississippi. Haven't heard anything since then. Don't know what happened in the meeting. I wasn't there. Very few people showed up. People, let me explain to you. It's very, 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 very important to attend these meetings when they have these open door meetings to talk about how they're going to run or operate in Mississippi. If you really want to know what's going on, if you really want to hold your elected official accountable, it is very, very, very important. If you can't make it to the regular meetings, your alder person should be there. And you should make sure they hold town's meeting afterwards. So in that district, they keep you informed. It can be a Zoom meeting. It can be a FaceTime meeting. It can be anything. But make sure your alder person is keeping you informed. Because a lot of things happen behind those doors and very few people showing up. You know? Here's the aspect. It said that what can this money be used for? It was a COVID-19 expenditure to a negative economic impact. We can use it for paying for essential workers. We can invest in water, sewage, and broadband infrastructure. The best thing was to do is that this money had to be put in plan, put in effect, and must be implemented by December 2024. They had a meeting in September of 2021 to go discuss how they can spend this money. The money was approved on 11 March 2021. Leland received their money in September 2021. They had a meeting in September to talk about how they're going to use the money. The money is supposed to be implemented and done by 2024 December, and we have heard nothing of it at all. Now, this is what I have found out. That this $463,000 granted, provided to this community by the state, by the federal government, was put into a holding area and put it up under the control of some kind of entity to monitor how the money is being spent and what it's being spent on. So basically, the board voted to hire someone to make a decision on how to spend the money for the same thing we paying the board to do. So we're paying the board to do their job, and the board is paying someone else to do the job that we're paying them to do. Makes no damn sense. $463,000 given by the federal government, and instead of leaving 5 people on the board, decide they want to pay someone to tell them how to spend the money. Make that make sense. Here are some of the concerns I have that took place in Leland, Mississippi by the leadership. They actually, during the time they were laying people off, they voted to cut the budget by laying people off. They gave themselves, allegedly, because they won't tell me, they won't confirm it, but they gave themselves a pay raise. A 10% pay raise to be exact, from what I heard when I gathered. Now think about this. Each alder person in Leland, Mississippi, based on salary.com, says that the alder person makes about $35,000 a year. To meet once a month, to sit behind a desk, to make a decision on how to spend or not spend money that we put into the budget. The mayor makes about $78,000 on average, based on salary.com, posted for the state of Mississippi. Leland, Mississippi. The police chief, based on salary.com, because no one responded to my question about who's getting what, how many people on the staff. The staff decrease in the police department, crime increase, and the chief's salary is about $100,000. And guess what? The mayor decides who he wants to be the chief. Now, not the board, as we may think. The mayor goes out and recruit, bring people in. The board, he gets somebody on the board to make the motion. Somebody second it, and they vote for a new mayor. If you go back and look at the last one, one of the older person made the motion. John Lee made the motion for the new chief. Michael Thomas seconded it, and the rest of the board fell in line with it. Infrastructure. We heard that the bridge that between District 2 and 3, I will say, costs $1 million to repair, to replace. Yet we still, and that was not even done by the city of Leland. That was done by the county. Give my props out to Marla Brooks. She campaigned that, brought it in, and as give your prop out to Marla Brooks, making sure that spearheaded in. Okay. But yet we got the main street needs repair. We got a lot of several buildings in town that need to be done something to it, condemned, rebuilt, whatever the case would be, and some homes need to be torn down. Okay, those are issues you bring up to the older person to get them back on track. Because obviously, if you don't bring it to their attention, obviously they don't give a damn. At least that's how I'm seeing it. So let's keep them in our hip pocket and let them know they work for you. No, the power grid need to be upgraded. Improvement to the water system. We already know the water is contaminated. The water is brown. Roads need to be repaired. We need to figure out how they manage the American Rescue Plan Fund, because it's definitely mismanaged. In fact, that they are paying someone to make a decision based on the same thing they're being paid to do. $35,000 a year for all the person in Leland, Mississippi, that's a lot of money. The mayor and all the person salary raised in 2022 by 10%. Why? They was laying off essential employees, reducing the police department, and reducing key individuals in 2022. They gave themselves a pay raise. Make that make sense. You know, we always talk about, I don't want to talk about the people in Leland. I'm not talking about people in Leland per se. I'm just talking about what they're assigned to do or elected to do. Because, people are good. The majority of the people in Leland are good. Good people don't always make good leaders. Plain simple. They can still be good people. They're just not good leaders. And when you don't have a good leader, you treat them as a good person and have them go to do the good things that they can do. But leadership is not one of them. Especially when you're paying them to do the things you want to be done, and they are not doing what you ask them to do. Woo. All right. So, it is time that we hold our elected officials accountable and prepare for new leadership. Plain and simple. We have to start our voter registration. We have to recruit more capable people to lead. And we have to get out there and vote, people. Your vote do matter. Your votes do matter. Let's go. Let's think about it. Let's go to the misconception. Because we always talk about misconception. Our votes don't matter. Ooh, I misspelled that. And we are the minorities. Your vote doesn't matter. It's not true. If you look at the aspect, the recent school board members' vote should tell you that between the two candidates running, there was only a 2-vote difference. Now, mind you, I went back and did, and that was like 161 to 159. In 2017, that same district only 184 people voted. In 2021, in that same district, only 149 people voted. And you can see the big difference, the drop from 17 to 21. People just started losing trust into the system. But yet, in 2023, 320 people voted in district number, 3 or 1? Like the district 1. The district 3 is my district 1. But they voted, and they only lost by 2 votes. So yes, your vote does matter. But you got to campaign. Campaign doesn't start the year of the voting. Campaigns, it takes time and effort to find the right candidate for office. So it takes a long time. So therefore, you should start way before that year of voting aspect. As a matter of fact, in the state of Mississippi, in order for you to run for an office in the state of Mississippi, you have to have active residency in that area for 2 years prior to the election year. Wow. So you know what, they did that right there. They kicked a whole lot of people out of opportunity to run for office that live out of town. But in order for you to become eligible to run for an office in the state of Mississippi, you must have resided in that area actively reside in the area for 2 years for registration year, voting year. Wow. But you gotta do better, guys. We gotta do better. So now, we are the minority. Now, I got this from a friend of mine. So we often led to believe that we are the minority, but our true reality is we are the majority, especially in Mississippi. Look at population, 3,600. African Americans, 70%. Caucasian, 27%, other 3%. 5-member board counseling. We got 3 and 2. We own as a nation of people. We are 70% of the population of Leland. We have 3 seats on the board, the council board in Leland, Mississippi. There's no way in the world that we should be losing out on taking care of the people as a whole with that much power on voting power in that district. District 1, 2, and 3 is 92%, on average, 92% African American. District 4 and 5 is pretty much 42%. 70% of the population in Leland, Mississippi is African American. There's no way in the world that we cannot hold the vote if we draw straight down the race line. There's no way we should be losing. However, we shouldn't be doing it straight down the race line. We should be doing it based on the issues, the topic, and the best candidate that will help us come up with a solution that represent all people. The bottom line is, if that doesn't work out, we should win by numbers. We should be flooding this building on a regular basis, asking for information, going to meetings, demanding a response. Now, if you don't flood this building right here with your inquiry, your topic for discussion, they're going to always be, check your commitment before you become angry on your lack of progress. If you're not committed to the issue that's affecting you, then don't complain when nothing's being done. If you're not committed on the issue that's affecting you, then don't complain when nothing's being done. And I would like to say thank you all for taking the time out on your busy schedule. And I would like to end this podcast with a dedication to a true friend, a little brother of mine.
As I was walking deep in sorrow, thinking about the times we shared, a butterfly danced round me, a white cloud in the evening air. And I knew that your soul was finally home and free. But it felt like a blessing, a message from you to me. Now you can fly, now you can soar, so high above this world where troubles are known. This love of ours will never die. So let your soul go to heaven on the wings of a butterfly. Just a few days after, they called us to a church to pray. Loved ones gathered round you to bless and send you on your way. And as I got up to speak, it suddenly caught my leans against the window, a beautiful butterfly. Now you can fly. Now you can soar so high above this world where troubles are no more. The time has come to say goodbye and let your soul go to heaven on the wings of a butterfly.